Hello, my name is Grace Green, and I am a sophomore elementary education major at Barton College. When was the last time you jumped at the chance to pick up a good book versus watching Netflix or scrolling through Instagram? Today, I will be giving a presentation on the trend away from leisure reading called Readicide and its effects on North Carolina classrooms and on students at Barton. Readicide is a concept that can be defined as the systematic killing of the love of reading, often increased by the mind-numbing practices found in schools. This term was first coined by Kelly Gallagher, who is a high school English teacher. In his book titled Readicide, Gallagher names a few causes, including that there is too much or too little English instruction, and that there is an immense amount of pressure being put on standardized test scores. Some effects include that students are not reading for enjoyment at all, and that ultimately our public school system is not producing college-ready students. The first research question was how much has Readicide spread throughout Barton students? Barton students were sent a 4-question survey to which 60 responded. The most popular response to the statement, "Reading is one of my favorite activities," was disagree, and more than half of Barton students disagreed or strongly disagreed. When asked if there was ever a time when reading was a favorite activity for those who disagreed, most answered never, and 7 answered yes in middle school. None mentioned that reading was a favorite activity in high school, and 2 mentioned disabilities as hindrances to reading. When comparing how much Barton students read for fun in elementary school versus middle and high school, there was a 20% increase of no leisure reading in middle and high school versus elementary school. 31.7% of the 60 responses stated that they read 5 or more books in elementary school versus 8.3% of the responses in middle and high school. The most popular cause for this decrease, according to survey results, was a tie between books already being read in school and time being spent on other activities, such as cell phone usage or social media. The second research question was, are local middle school teachers encouraging reading in their classrooms? A 5-question survey was sent to 2 North Carolina middle school teachers from different school districts. Both reported having classroom libraries, and one stated they read for fun often while the other does not. Both teachers reported giving ample time during the school day for students to read for fun, even though one of the 2 primarily teaches math. In terms of hindrances to reading in the classroom, time limitations and standardized testing pressure were mentioned. In terms of trends with reading enjoyment, they noticed, the math teacher has noticed more of a progression towards math enjoyment, and the English teacher noticed that struggling readers read less for fun than ones that excel in English class. Overall, students at Barton showed signs of readicide and an overall decline in love for reading that progressed after they graduated elementary school. Although both teachers interviewed are doing their part to combat readicide, they have both seen trends of lower reading enjoyment in their schools. This research brings personal awareness to future educators about this concerning trend, and to present-day educators about possible improvements to the education system. 2 improvements that could have been made to the research process would be to specify that survey questions should be answered as if we were living in normal circumstances without COVID-19, and to contact more teachers, specifically those who specialize in English. Thank you for listening to my presentation.